The perfect closure. Emma sat at her kitchen table, staring at the phone in disbelief. The text message had just come in, confirming what she had suspected for weeks. Her husband, David, had been cheating on her with his assistant. A mixture of hurt and anger coursed through her veins. But instead of crying, she smiled. She had a plan. David was away on one of his business trips, which she now knew were cover-ups for his affairs. He was expected back that evening. Emma decided that when he came home, he would not find the devastated wife he was expecting. Instead, he'd find someone ready to turn the tables. The hours passed quickly. Emma packed David's belongings, but not in a destructive fit of rage. No. She wanted it to be clean, surgical. She wanted David to feel the weight of what he had done. By the time she finished, every single one of his clothes, books, and keepsakes were packed neatly in boxes by the front door. Then, she set the stage. She prepared his favorite dinner steak, mashed potatoes, and red wine. The perfect meal. She even placed candles on the table and dimmed the lights, creating the illusion of romance. When David walked through the door, tired from his business trip, he was greeted by the sight of the woman he had betrayed. But she didn't look broken. She looked radiant, dressed in a new red dress, her face glowing under the soft candlelight. "Hey, honey," David said, a little surprised. "What's all this?" Emma smiled sweetly. "I thought we should celebrate." David looked around, confused but intrigued. "Celebrate what?" "The end of something, and the beginning of something else." She handed him a glass of wine, watching as he took a sip. "Let's sit." As they sat down at the table, Emma calmly slid her phone across to him, the screen showing the messages between David and his assistant. His face paled. "Emma, I can explain." "Oh, I'm sure you can," she interrupted, her voice smooth, betraying none of the storm inside her. "But I don't need an explanation. See, I've known for a while. I just wanted to give you a chance to see the truth as clearly as I have." David stammered, trying to find the right words. But Emma continued, cutting through his excuses with a chilling calm. "I've already packed your things," she said, gesturing toward the door. "They're ready for you to leave." "Emma, please," he reached out. But she stood up, towering over him now, her composure still unwavering. "I'll be fine, David. You, on the other hand, might want to check your accounts." Her smile widened just a bit. "I moved all the money in our joint accounts to a private one this morning. I'll be speaking to my lawyer tomorrow." David looked stunned, the weight of her words finally settling in. His hands trembled slightly as he stared at the woman. He thought he could deceive so easily. "You'll also find your access to the house credit cards. And pretty much anything we shared has been revoked." Emma tilted her head, her eyes narrowing. "Consider it my final gift to you." She walked over to the front door, opened it, and turned back to him one last time. "Goodbye, David. Don't come back." David, speechless and defeated, stood up slowly and walked out the door. The sound of the lock clicking behind him echoed through the now silent house. Emma took a deep breath, her heart finally lighter. She poured herself another glass of wine, sat back at the table, and enjoyed the meal she had prepared, savoring every bite. She had taken back her power, and it tasted delicious.